Aishin Denshin, heart to heart, mind to mind. It's your boy Telepathy 93 or 93 or Simon Sir. I'm your host. This is my channel, Exercise Your Demons. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe quickly. And let me get started. So, what have I got to say today? Nothing really, because I haven't been studying as I was studying or as I do study, and I haven't been reading scripture as I do read scripture, like most times when I'm reading scripture. So today I said, let me talk to the chosen ones. Now I'm guessing, as a chosen one, a lot of times you feel victimized, and as a chosen one, a lot of the times you feel like you're the enemy of the world. I'm just guessing that. I'm saying, as a chosen one, you probably feel like nobody understands you or understands what you're going through. I'm just guessing that. I think that comes naturally with the title Chosen One. Now, to my understanding, is as a chosen one, you are probably more sensitive to the things that are going around or happening around you, the environments you're in, the vibes you get from people. Like, I'm just guessing, like, and why you may feel a way a lot of the times is because you are sensitive to the deception, you're sensitive to the expressions on people's faces, and you're sensitive to how people act around you. As a chosen one, you are probably a bit more emotional than most people. You may have been the child that cried when you were shouted out when you was younger. The one who had all the anger inside and threw tantrums sometimes. I'm just like, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be sensitive, because when you're sensitive, you pick up on stuff. And when you pick up on stuff, it helps your intuition. And when you could use your intuition, beautiful things happen. But as a chosen one, you probably notice patterns and things happening around you a lot more than people around you. You probably notice you see the same people every day, or you always see the same people in the same places at the different times. It's like wherever you go, you always see certain faces. And it's crazy because you could go to a complete different town area and run into people that you see on a day-to-day basis in your area on the off. It happens, chosen ones. But after a bit, you feel like it can't be coincidence. Depending on the kind of town you live in, like where I live is kind of like a fishbowl, so you can easily see the same people every day. It's when they start stopping and waiting and seeing, like, taking note of what you're doing, that's when you start to think, Am I getting gang stalked? Am I not? But the truth is, if you are a chosen one, you probably are getting gang stalked. But don't fear it. Don't be scared. God's always there. That's the hidden hand moving all things into place. And when you are going through these type of things, you gotta kind of wonder why, and what have you done, or what have you said, or what do you know that makes people so interested in your every move? Because these things don't happen for no reason. How do you stop these things from happening? I do not know. I'm not really trying to stop them kind of things from happening. I'm just trying to live life, and I will ignore it as long as it's not violating my peace in a sense, or it's not aggressive. Sometimes it can be annoying. Sometimes people are sent to disrupt you. You may feel like people are sent to disrupt your peace. You might be chilling and realize that a certain type of people always come and try to talk some crap to you, or you might go places and realize that it don't matter whatever time you go to the, let's say, the coffee shop, that the same people turn up. And you don't know if they're watching you or if you just in tune like that. You never know. But as I said, we don't really care what people think about us as chosen ones, because we've been walking our own way for a long time. We've been doing our own thing for a long, long time. We've been awake before woke was even a phrase, like, you know what I'm saying? We've been, like, as a chosen one, you probably study hard, like, you probably been down a few rabbit holes in life, I'm guessing. And it's not a bad thing, but it may feel bad. The situation might feel like, yo, you know what, you've gone down too many rabbit holes and you've said too much. And now the powers that be want to know who you are, kind of thing. But don't worry about that. Keep studying. Keep digging. Keep looking for an answer. Keep finding answers. Keep on making them ideas. Don't isolate too much. Go outside. Get some sunshine. Take a breath of fresh air. You could let these things contain you in a box, or you can be free and work on your dreams. Because I'm just saying, if you could hold down a job as a chosen one, you're doing very well. If you're not getting flushed out of your jobs, you're doing very well. If you could find other chosen ones around you, then you're doing extremely well. Don't worry about the world. I always say this, don't worry about the world. Don't compromise. Don't give up. Don't give in. Because when it gets rough, it's gonna get rough. It's a Haim song. Fooling. It's a Haim song. Don't stop. Don't you ever give up. sometimes you gotta do the fire walk just to get to the other side where the floor's not burning. Yeah? Remember that old school song, if you can't go over it, can't go under it, you gotta go through it? That is for the chosen ones, because that's how we're living these days. It's like you feel barricaded in. But as I always said, God will open doors for you. The Lord will open doors for you. Pray that the Lord opens more doors for you. Like Jericho, the walls can come tumbling down. Use your prayers like the Israelites used their trumpet. Yeah? Don't fear all these things set in place to make you feel like you're losing your mind. Don't give in to that when people tell you, oh, you're going crazy. If you're trying to harm yourself and do stuff like that, then go seek some medical attention. Go talk to someone properly. If it's making you feel like that, that's different. Like maybe your mental health is a bit, well, definitely your mental health's a bit unstable, but if it's just you're telling people ideas and they're palming you off or they're looking at you weird, don't worry about that. If you're telling people things you believe are truths, and because they're plugged in, they can't understand it or digest it, so they fob you off, don't worry about that. Like, just take note of the people that don't listen and argue, and the people that listen and try to reason with people. Keep your faith in God, in the Lord,